What's going on, YouTube? Casey here, back with another Roadster project update. This might have to be a two-part episode, I'm not sure. I might run out of time to get the full project hammered out this week. But what we're going to try to do is get the body actually mounted to the frame. Originally, when this frame had the coupe body on it, the mounts, for whatever reason, were further back in the subrail than a stock Model A mount. So I guess the guy probably just cut the brackets off and made them fit where he drilled the holes in his subrails. Didn't go off of the originals or something. So it was mounted there, and then I've got some really crude body mounts in the rear. So it was only mounted in two places. The Model A, as per factory, actually has 6 mounting holes on each side, so 12 bolts attaching the body to the frame, versus 3 that were on the coupe. And this is a box chassis, so I'm gonna have to cut some holes in the boxing plates so that I can access the bolts that drop through the top of the frame rails. Also, when I was building the body, I noticed that I don't know if this frame is warped or if it's somehow gotten too wide in the middle, but I noticed that where the very front body mount holes wanted to be was actually just inside my frame rails when I measured them for reference. So I had to relocate those front holes for the forward. That's probably going to be the last thing we do, but I think if I can get the rear 6 holes figured out, and then I can place my cowl mount brackets on the frame, that's where I'm going to shim to align the doors. And then I think I can just mark where the front holes are going to go, and then when the body comes back off the chassis for the last time, I can drill those holes. Let me show you on the car how we're going to tackle this process. So let me show you guys what I'm thinking here. So as you can see, basically at each subrail there's 1 mount hole on each side. And then as you get up into the cowl, you've got 2 mounts right at the belt rail, and then you've got 1 more mount all the way at the front of the body. What I'm going to concentrate on today, I've got to kind of lift the body up and slide it forward so that I can cut off these crude mounts that were holding the coupe body in place. And then what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to mark where on the frame rail each of these subrails lands. And then from there, what I can do is I can lift the body back up again, slide it around where I need to get it, and I'm going to hole saw holes in the boxing plates. Then what I'm going to do once I get my holes figured out is I'm going to eventually, probably not with this project, but when I pull the body back off the frame, come back and drill some more holes in the boxing plates to kind of make it look like the aesthetic was designed that way. Hopefully that makes sense. I feel like sometimes I don't always do the best job explaining these things in the videos. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to lift the body up, slide it forward, and we're going to cut off those brackets and then see where we land. So before we move the body forward, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to mark with my paint pen where the subrails land. I've already got holes in the body itself, so this is really just a guide, but I'd rather have the marks and not need them than need the marks and not have them. My paint pen is just about out of ink. Paint, I guess. That should be enough to cut these rear frame brackets off. I'm through the side welds. There's nothing on the top, but it is very poorly welded all the way around the bottom. I think I'm on the right track. The nice part about this car is all the welds are done so poorly that it's really not hard to remove the bracketry that this kid installed. Oh man, but I'm gonna have to go back and re-weld everything. I once got in an argument with this guy on the internet, and he told me what a great welder he is. But regardless, don't argue with people on the internet. It's unbecoming. Anyway. All right, so now we got everything cleaned up. Basically what I'm doing is I'm coming in with a square, and I'm just kind of eyeballing the center of the hole, striking a line, and then lining up my square to that line, and running another line down the frame. And then I can step back and see how wide my frame is, and it's just a hair less than 4 inches right here. So then I'm going to take and I'm going to mark just a hair less than 2 inches, so I have my center point, and I'll drill an 1/8 inch pilot hole. And as you can see, I've already kind of done the same thing all the way down both sides. Let me set up the camera and we'll start drilling some holes. Safety first. My drill chuck is worn out. Doesn't grab bits anymore like it used to. All right, let's go. Couple sizes up. Go hole saw. Spinning a hole saw on a battery operated drill is a good way to learn that your battery's dead. I need to go get some lube anyway. Go. You guys can see that. There's one. It fought me a little bit, but I think that'll look pretty good when I've got a whole line of them. And it has the happy benefit of allowing me to get to the nut on the bottom side. I am going to need some different hole saw sizes. That is now apparent to me. I don't know how I'm going to do these in here with an angle drill without breaking my arm. Anyway, stay tuned. All right, so through YouTube TV magic, we've got a pair of holes on each side of the frame. I almost drilled a third set of holes there, and then good thing I made my paint marks because I don't have a body mount there. There's no cross rail there, so I would have drilled a hole that I didn't necessarily need. It is almost perfectly spaced in between the other two, and so there will likely end up being a hole there at some point anyway to continue this look, because I mean, nobody will ever see it unless you're under the car, but I do kind of like it, you know? So maybe 3 more holes evenly spaced. The frontmost hole is 2 1/4 inches. The rearmost is 1 3/4 inches. So I could go 2 1/8 to 1 7/8 if I can find hole saws in those sizes. I think I probably should space them out equally. That would look pretty sharp. And I'm gonna end up with something similar. This may be a fool's errand. And 4 holes, man, my wrists are killing me. It's a lot of work just to get 4. Here's the other trick. I do have to have some sort of access to the body mount there. And I don't think I can fit my angle drill with the hole saw in that space. If I can, it's going to be really tight. I would try it, but I ran out of batteries. So I think that's the end of this episode. All right, guys. Sorry if that was a bit anticlimactic this week. You know, I'm really torn. I'm torn between trying to make the weekly content, to do bi-weekly content. It seems like the algorithm favors making a video every week, so I'm trying to make a video every week, so maybe I'll just make them a little bit shorter. You know, I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments what you want to see. I do have a 9-to-5 corporate job, so you know, this is kind of like a free time thing. Our refrigerator crapped out on us this week, and you know, appliance shopping filled one of my days off instead of being out here wrenching, and I do like to spend time with my daughter too. Anyway, those are just excuses. We will be back with the Roadster. We will get the body mounted to the frame. I will get the holes so I have access to the body mount bolts. And we'll probably drill more holes because, you know, I'm crazy that way. Anyway, thank you again so much for watching this week. I really do appreciate each and every one of you, all the new subscribers. Thanks for hitting that button. I really do appreciate it. I can't believe we're about to hit 600 and in just a couple of months. It's crazy. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Please hit that like button on this video. Hit me up in the comments and let me know what you want to see more of in future videos. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. going on YouTube? This is Casey, back with another episode. That's done. I don't know. I don't really recall. See if I'm in frame anyway.